Hello again. We're back. It's been a minute.
We took a little break.
Oh boy. And just getting to right now, this whole day has just like led to this moment. It's been a wild day after a wild weekend, after a wild week, after a wild, I'd say, month and a half.
This is the month of wedding
Oh,
summer. We went to weddings. We've been a band at a wedding, and we have two more to go in the next 2 weeks. And we've been all over. like
I
so
keep getting
far.
injured.
What?
I keep getting injured. My back?
How would you do that?
I don't know. I'm
Are
just
these like
old.
Viking weddings?
No, not at these weddings. I'm just getting hurt, and I'm like, I just got better again, and I just hurt myself taking a shower before the show. I like the handle of
I
the
don't need to know about that. Yet.
you know the handle for like a shower. When I was going into it, I fell like into the handle, and there's a giant welt on my back now.
By the way, I can't find Dilem-Monday on the. Oh, I just found it. I'm lying to you.
That's really a really rude thing to do, and I don't appreciate you doing that.
All right, now I see us.
So yeah, no. Chris, Dave, how are y'all?
Getting through.
I just broke like every cardinal rule of like doing things online. I asked two people a question at the same time.
So we've had this hiatus, and
I'm apparently rusty.
well, yeah, no, but there's so much going on. We realized that the last time we did a show, we lost our icons, Hulk Hogan and Ozzy Osbourne.
It's been that long? Wow.
And I can tell you that was our last show because that record's been sitting there since then.
But I have realized that many of you know that I hate Pink Floyd, right? I've expressed that. If you've ridden in a car with me and listened to the radio, you've noticed that I will switch the station immediately.
Oh, apparently, Dad, you've got to turn your mic up. Apparently, I turned you down too low.
How do I do that?
It's the knob on the far left.
Can you hear me better now?
Just a little bit. Steph is just giving me. Is she
okay now?
Oh,
Yes.
now I can definitely hear you. You are
Okay.
you are beyond loud and clear.
All right. So as I was saying, I'm not a fan of one Roger Waters specifically, and I really don't like Pink Floyd. So for years I've hoped that he would get canceled by the words and his political points of views and things like that. But finally, he said something that has disturbed the entire universe. He went against Ozzy. He went against Ozzy. And his son, Jack, was not.
Mom didn't even need to take charge.
Sharon didn't even need to get involved and go crush Roger. Jack Osborne.
Oh, my God.
And the Facebook, the TikTok, the nations upon nations, finally, the word of Roger. I don't think Roger's. I think it's finally happened. I think he's finally canceled. I think he's finally not going to be heard nor listened to again because he went after the Prince of Darkness, and it's just over for him.
Quote Jack Osborne. P.S. Dad always thought you were a.
He did say that. He did say that. So yes, I needed to bring that out because I was so happy that Jack attacked him, and then I was even more happy to see the nation, the country,
because it was
the world.
The part you missed the most important part. It was Roger Waters' birthday a week after he made these statements. So his page, the Pink Floyd page, and every page that made posts about Roger Waters, first of all, got major engagement because people were telling Roger Waters to go himself.
And it wasn't just David Gilmour. It wasn't his bandmates only.
No,
it was the rest of the world. Finally.
The metalheads were like, we're not going to have this.
He went too far this time, and he's done. So I'm just very happy. So the hiatus was worth it. I got my wishes. But back to the world of what's been going on in the past 6 weeks.
What's
Uh,
going on?
we've done a lot of traveling. A lot. It's just yesterday, we were at every state in New England except for Rhode Island. I mean, you can't do that every day. That was pretty impressive.
It was hard. It was a lovely trip and lovely driving but there
What?
was so much. It was so much.
It was long. Chris, have you ever been up to the White Mountains in New Hampshire and Maine?
I have not.
That's a nice area.
So, well, Dave has evidently. It is so beautiful up there. It was just really nice. And on the way home, so of course, being the dilemma, we had this great wedding on Saturday night. We thought we cleaned up well, but
Oh, we did.
well, we did, but the sound person extraordinaire guitar player Cliff
Extraordinaire.
forgot an entire bag of things.
Important things. Things that are
Yeah.
crucial to his and our existence.
So he did not stay at the hotel because his parents only live 2 hours away in Portland, Maine. And we know that Maine is a very big state. So, just because you live in the state doesn't mean it's close. But it was on his way home. So he went to Portland. So I said, don't worry about it. I'll drive the 30 minutes out of my way completely to go back to the wedding venue because the people were so wonderful and so gracious and nice. They had the bag waiting for us and we went to pick it up. But because we went that way, we did not go the way home that we came there. So we had to cut through New Hampshire, almost, from the tip of New Hampshire all the way down. And so we went up to the White Mountains and we saw these really cool little towns and it was just a neat drive. Totally enjoyed it. And we were going to go. Well, I said to Jack, who was in the car, and Corey, I was like, we'll know when it's the right place to eat. It's going to just like call out to us. There's going to be this joint that we see. And sure enough, about 2 hours into the ride, not that kind of joint. There was
Yes. If you're doing one of those, any place is a good place.
For once with the Dilemma Band, not the case.
right. It was this beautiful like brunch place. And it had like stuffed mooses. It had this really cool shirt that I'm wearing. It had just the biggest pancakes I've ever seen. Jack got this gigantic bunch of pancakes, but it was just right, Corey. The food was fantastic.
Oh my God, they
It
were
was like the
phenomenal.
perfect place to eat up there.
Hello,
they made their own
James.
syrup. It was great.
Much
It was
love,
such a good
James.
time. Yes. Hopefully you'll be back soon.
And that was in New
But
Hampshire.
you didn't miss
Sorry?
much because I'm sorry.
That was in New Hampshire. Sorry.
That was in New Hampshire. Yes. So, it was a good time. We appreciated it. And the venue that we went to, what was the name of that town, Corey? Newry, Maine. So it was this wooden castle, and it had like the most magnificent view out from the place, but it had I think like 17 rooms inside with jacuzzis. And so the people that were there, like the wedding party, they stayed there for 3 days. And then the last day, the bride and groom stayed by themselves. Everybody kind of left them in the giant mansion. But it was just a neat place. Loved it.
A castle, even, I guess, previously occupied by the Duke and Duchess of Kennebunkport.
Yes,
castles.
I'm sure the Bushes slept there or something. I don't know. But no, it was really nice. It was cool. And we went to like some really cool weddings over the past few weeks too. Corey's good friend Andrew Diamond got married, and we were in Quincy, Mass for that one.
Quincy.
And they had this golf course that they got married at. Magnificent. And then my friend Mark, his son Trent, he got married. We were in South Brewster, New York. which is basically Connecticut if you step one step the other way. Another magnificent mansion that has weddings. But I guess my whole theme lately is, I keep hearing about people about not having money and and times are tough. All I have seen are these magnificent places lately.
You don't see the crushing debt that follows them renting these places for a day.
Well, yeah, that's the the next 40 years their parents having to pay back all the money they borrowed.
This, by the way, is the Skiesta where that happened in Newry, Maine.
Skiesta.
Well, click on it so they can actually see it.
Is that what you take a nap you take after you shush down the slopes? A Skiesta? That's a Corey joke.
That definitely is.
Looks nice though.
Oh my god! Yeah, no. So we were playing right here. If you can see where the mouse is.
I don't think the pointer's showing through the
mouse. We can't see it. Yeah, you're wasting everybody's time.
Oh, I think I'm very delayed. Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, get rid of the picture. It's just annoying at this point.
As is the person operating it. That's okay. That's okay. We're living, we're learning.
But yeah, no, I mean, I've just seen so many. These places were so nice. Every place I went to the last few weeks, it's just been gorgeous. And people having a really good time. But
hello.
Anyway, that's what's going. Chris, what's going on with you? What's happening Guitar Center? What's the world, man?
I don't know. It's been a long day.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No, actually, I had a day off, but it's been a long day.
That could be the worst when you have a day off because then your wife asks you to do things.
That's why it's been a long day.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. Sometimes it's easier. Sometimes it's easier to be at work.
Yeah. But
not for me because I work at home. So it's when she's off I have a bad day. But no.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
All the new stuff's gonna be coming in a Guitar Center, or the big sales are because the new stuff is coming. So you got to get rid of the old stuff.
There's so much good stuff.
There's still lots of. No.
What's happening?
We're losing Chris.
Well, actually, we're losing you too. You're
losing me.
Yeah.
I'll go all the way back here and move this thing here. Is that better? Yes, no.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Don't worry. All right. Let's go back to Chris. I want to find out what's going on at Guitar Center.
New stuff is coming. Old stuff is moving. I don't know. There's so much used stuff.
Ooh.
Now that's the most appealing thing to me usually is the used stuff.
Yeah. I'm curious as to whether it's sold already or not. 1960 ES330 came in the other day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's a tempting little item there. In pristine condition?
Well, no, not pristine, but as far as everything's clean on it, all original. The finish checking is perfect. Plays really nicely. That's the big thing.
Ooh.
Yeah. 10 grand.
That is it's an appealing thought.
Yeah.
I think if I did that,
as is a banana,
might kill me right now. But it's definitely appealing. See, because for those of you who don't know, we're building this showroom thing going on right now in our backyard.
I did want to find out where that stood. I know that was in progress.
Well, it stands in the backyard.
It is just about. No. It's getting close. I think by Monday of next week, we might be able to have a tour at Dilem-Monday.
Very nice.
But I really do. The 10 grand ES330 is very. But I've been this month because of these weddings. It's been very expensive. Plus, I don't know if how many of you have built things in your lives, but the budget is never what the budget says it is, and we are 33% above where we said we'd be. And it probably will end up 40% more than what we said it would be, which kind of sucks, but it is magnificent.
Is that because of problems they're finding along the way, or what's causing the inflation there?
Multiple things. One, as you start building, you say, you know what would be a really good idea? Let's add 2 more windows, one on each side. You know, the second floor, even though it's a lofty attic, it should have a window too. Oh, and by the way, instead of having like a pull down attic type way of getting up there, because that's going to take away from the room downstairs, and it would take away from space upstairs. Why don't we build a staircase outside with a second door to go in on the upstairs? And then the landscaping, why don't we put stones all around and make it this beautiful little thing? And one thing leads to another thing, and the time just gets, and you know what would be better than regular shingles? Metal roof.
When did Morris Day get involved in this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You mentioned the time.
Okay, there's one comedian on the show. His name's Dave, and there's a person who's not funny. And then there's a person who's not funny, and his name's Corey.
O-E-O-E-O.
So yeah,
Smoking
that's
weed,
how it
drinking.
just continues. And then you're like, oh, you know what would be really good for the storage second floor? How about a rubberized floor like a gym? And then you add that. And then, you know, it just gets more and more, you know, and then you decide that you want the better mini split versus the one that you were supposed, because it has the heating. Yeah, heating and air conditioning unit.
Yeah.
You know, you go with the one that has the 10-year warranty and the higher BTUs and like I said, all of a sudden you realize that it's now extended another week and you got better stuff, and yes, that's how you go way over budget.
By the way, I would like to report that the new Sprite Cherry is really good. Actually, the whole
Because
Coca-Cola,
it looks like Coke.
so so the Coca-Cola brand has been doing, in the last like 3 years, decided to do like this like overhaul. They got rid of some classic sodas that just weren't selling, and they've been experimenting with things and finding
What they get rid of?
Tab, I think, but I think they're bringing that back. If they have
Tabs back. Love it. Love it. The astronauts are going to be thrilled.
No, you don't know what you're
Tang.
talking
Or is
about.
that Tang? Is that Tang?
You idiot.
That was Tang.
Please get educated.
Okay. Cigarette smokers of the 80s are going to be ecstatic.
Okay,
I'm
now
suddenly picturing someone shaking
just
a can
so
of
you
Tab in
understand.
space.
the first diet drink out there was Tab. When I was a kid,
Okay.
when I was a kid, it was Tab was your only choice. When I used to have to play Long Island Bronco football and you have to make the weight, you know, my dad switched me off Coke. I had to drink Tab.
They should
I had
have put
I
you
had to
on
make
Coke,
the-
and you probably would have lost weight too.
Well,
but that's
yeah,
a
well,
whole
that
other
would have been a
story.
whole different deal. But no, we had to make, you know, as an 8-year-old and 9-year-old. No, I guess it was 8-year-old. I had to be below the 80-pound mark, and I was really tall at that point, and I was a little husky. So
I'm not
I
fat,
had
I'm
to
just
make.
big boned.
I used to have to make the weight, so I was drinking Tab. So I know it well. It wasn't very good, by the way. It's horrible. It didn't taste anything like Coke. But and it's funny because now I don't drink any soda. For anybody that knows, I drink seltzer and iced tea. And when I'm at a bar, you see me with a vodka and club soda with the twist of lime. So, you know, I don't like sweet drinks, so it's kind of ironic. But yes.
You got all your sweets out in your childhood, and then
Yeah.
there was a
I married
lifetime
the
total
sweetest
in
woman
that
in the world.
tab that
How's
lasted
that?
you forever.
I married Lisa. She's very sweet. So it's enough sweet for me. Yeah. Gotta kiss her ass a little bit, at least once or twice on the show.
That was a little bit Hallmark movie, but I'll let it slide.
Aw.
You know where else Corey and I went? We were in Mexico for a bunch of days.
Yep, because I saw you right before you left. I was at the Bikes and Beers thing.
That's right. That's right. We were in the NEB, the New England Brewing
Nebco,
Company.
yes. Oh, yes,
Um,
that was the beginning of my or the resurgence of my being in pain.
You
Right, the back. That's when his
you
back
said
went out.
that day. Yes, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we had to bring him to I thought I was bringing him to the hospital, but instead we went to Massage Envy.
And know what? God damn it, it worked.
Well, hey, anybody given the choice of those two, I mean, come on.
Hospital, Massage Envy.
Yeah.
And now he has a yearly plan. He gets to go when he wants.
A plan?
Yes, it's a plan. You
Absolutely.
buy a yearly
Give me one. I'll be right back.
subscription. Oh, I have no idea what he's. But anyway, so the yearly plan, the Massage Envy, you go once a month, but you also get discounts if you want on their products. And
Yeah.
they gave him like a 90-minute massage that night. I mean, because I was really worried because whenever Corey has a backache, we're always worried about his lungs and stuff.
Of course. Yeah.
Because that's what had happened
Yeah.
those times when it collapsed. But we also knew that we were flying the next day at like 6 a.m. Well, we had to get to the airport at 4 a.m. to fly out that morning.
Yeah.
Which, have you guys flown out of Bradley recently?
No.
Within the past few years, but not like this year or anything.
All right. I used to think that Bradley Airport was the best airport in the country. It was easy in, easy out.
Mm-hmm.
But they've done a ton of expanding on
Uh,
Bradley Airport. And they're really making it bigger and having more flights. But what happened is they didn't increase the amount of people that are there to work. So the lines, now this is Sunday morning, 4 a.m. Sunday morning at 4 a.m., there are lines out the doors. And I don't know if you've flown American Airlines lately.
Not in a long
But-
time. I try to stay away from them.
You should
Do it.
because the staff on American, not like the captain and the stewardesses, they're
The
lovely
in-flight
people.
crew are phenomenal.
Yeah. But the people that check you in are the most mean, inept, just miserable people. And there's no guidance. And, people don't know what they're doing. And the bag situation and everything. And then they moved where TSA was. They moved how you got in. They moved where you leave the place. It's giant chaos. So whereas I loved to fly out of Bradley in the past, I believe I'm going to fly out of Logan from now on. Because I was right, Core. I mean, how horrible was Bradley Airport recently?
And again, I think it is mainly that we were flying American. And again, there was a crowd. We got the TSA pre-check. Do it. Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah,
You'll
the
thank
TSA
yourself.
helps. Like, get your TSA pre-check.
The TSA pre, do it. You're
We
I don't
would have
care
missed
how-
the plane had we not had the TSA.
and I would have been severely pissed off.
Yeah.
International travel is bitchy enough as is.
Yeah, because when and especially when you're switching flights on the
Oh
way
God,
home.
flying back.
But let's go over. We'll get there. But have you guys ever been to Merida or heard of Merida?
That's where you said you were going, right? It's near like in the Yucatan.
Yes.
Right.
In the
That's-
general
it's-
area, not that
it's-
city specifically, but the general area for vacationing.
It's within 60, 70 miles of like Cancun and some of those places. And just so everybody understands, Yucatan Peninsula is different than rest of Mexico. It
They
is a much
they like being their own thing. It's like Game of Thrones. They're the North, except in this case,
right.
they're not.
The Kingdom of the North.
They do their
But
own thing.
so geographically, for those who want to know, it's directly south of New Orleans. So if you just look at New Orleans, kind of go south into Mexico, you're gonna hit Merida.
I have heard of Merida.
Okay, cool.
It's on the back of some Fender guitars now.
Really?
Oh,
Merida?
Yeah.
Oh.
I might have to make another trip now.
Do you need any Mexican guitars?
So here's the deal. There are a ton of American companies moving to Merida, which is why we were there as well.
And
it's, believe it or not, and you think of Mexico as maybe not the safest place. Merida is one of the safest cities in the world, which again, and there's not a lot of American tourists there. There are a lot of American businessmen there, but there are tourists from the rest of the world there. We saw a ton of people from Italy, right, Corey?
Yeah,
tons. And I don't know if that's part of the, hey, we're not going to the United States right now, we're going to go to other places, but it is so cool. They have all the pyramids. They have the two pyramids. They have the sunken caves that you can go swimming in the caves.
the cenotes.
The cenotes, yes. And then the food.
Oh my God, the food. Oh my God, the food.
I want the food.
Most of the guacamole, the avocados.
The avocados.
I think 80% of the world's avocados are grown right there. Plus the tequila
is so clean. It's so like you can drink as much tequila as you want, and
we did,
and not feel disgusting.
And we didn't.
And what's really cool about this part of Mexico too. So again, Yucatan has their very own, very distinct on their, their
Spanish is different too. They don't
because it's a mix. You've got you've got
Mayan.
Mayan stuff that's still going on there. They were a very Mayan heavy area. It still is. The Mayan culture is still heavily influenced in that.
They do not like the Spanish. I might want to add to the Mayans do. Yucatan is not a big fan of Spain. Let me explain this. So you don't see a lot of people from Spain vacationing in Merida.
Yeah. While Neil Young did not write a song about what happened to the Mayans, it really was not much better than what happened with Hernan Cortez.
But yeah. So, but it also has a middle. It has a. Oh dear Lord, what is wrong with you?
Wait, that didn't do what it was supposed to do. Wait.
You were supposed to be murdering someone in the Orient Express.
This is an Aztec death whistle.
It's supposed to scare off a dinosaur?
When Aztec warriors would go into battle, they'd bring these things.
I thought it was that noise. I thought it was a Mexican Life Alert bracelet. You hear that noise, you're going to come running. Or running away.
Do you understand what I have to deal with all day? Does anybody possibly understand?
Don't worry, I don't like being me either.
Well,
that's depressing.
Yeah,
I say
this
that.
is my life.
So, anyway, we were there for a number of days. Plus, they have tons of music there. But I would not be surprised. I guess what I was saying is because the colleges there do speak or do teach a lot of English, and a lot of the giant business parks are all American companies, and they're moving there because the pay scale is not the same as the American pay scale, and it has saved these companies quite a bunch of money, and they're getting people who work a little harder and care a little bit more. So it's been very profitable for them. We tried to meet and they never got back to us. There was a company, a Merida guitar company, that Corey and I actually sent some information. They never got back to us while we were down there, which was rude. I don't know.
How dare they?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I give them, I was like, hey, we're here. We represent blah, blah, blah. You should kind of want to talk to us, but they didn't. But that's okay. But let me tell you about the meals though, because we stayed at a Marriott Courtyard. Now that doesn't sound sexy at all, right? That's not a sexy brand, Marriott
Good
Courtyard.
brand, nice
It's sexy.
brand. You know what?
It's hey, it's going to be okay, but not great type of brand. But not the one in Merida. They have this. First of all, they have this beautiful pool on the roof. It's about, I'd say, 75 feet long by about 12 feet wide, but it's a rooftop, and it's salt water. It's just really nice. And there's this gorgeous bar up there, and you look out at the entire city. You see the bullfight arena. You see all the cool buildings. It's really neat up there.
Which is sick.
They have a lovely gym.
Bullfighting arena.
But they also have probably the best buffet breakfast that you will ever eat
Jesus
in your life.
fucking Christ. No, like it phenomenal.
You're getting carnitas, you're getting roast beef, you're getting turkey.
Yeah, you
kind
want
of
to
omelet
cold
you want,
Bitch, you can
hundreds
do
of
cold cuts.
cheeses,
You want an omelet? Get whatever, honey, whatever you
yogurt,
want in that omelet.
fruits, pastries.
Beef, pork, chicken.
Like,
Oh, those.
Corey and I got up at 6:30
Oh.
every morning just to go to the damn breakfast.
didn't care. No,
It was like
we-
it just doesn't matter.
We were up early. We stayed up late. We drank tequila to our heart's desire. We were functioning human beings, and I think there is something to it. Again, you don't feel gross, you don't feel sick, and you don't get stupid. It's good tequila.
Well, paraphrase, it's Corey, so it's no stupider than usual, is what I'm
Oh.
basically saying. But so
I'm
the
sorry
one
that
night,
you're a bitch.
the one night we went to this restaurant. It was a steak place, and I don't need to tell you that the guac was out of the freaking world because where we were.
You know that
And all
video
the-
about the rolls at the Texas Roadhouse?
The
That
rolls.
guac.
No one told me about the rolls.
I might need to find that. video.
But they bring the steaks to the table, all the different cuts, the filet mignon, the cowboy steaks, the prime rib, the ribeye. And here's the catch. Everything obviously is in pesos, right? But they also charge by the ounce. So now you got to figure out the peso, the ounce, and how much it's going to be. So the first night, Corey and I went there, by the way, to meet some of the people that work at Balfour. We got some new account executives that will be working for us this year. And we wanted to, go out and take them out and say how much we appreciate that they're going to be working with us this year. So we went to one of the nicest restaurants in the city. And they show you these steaks and they tell you about the specials. And, you got to do the right thing. You're taking people out. You can't, So we chose a 49 ounce, and again, a 49 ounce cowboy steak to share between Corey, myself, and one of the other ladies. A 49 ounce, but it was infused with garlic and spice in it.
Oh my God.
And they cooked it on the right. It was just,
oh my God.
Mouth watering.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
And the other ladies, they got steaks and stuff also, and appetizers, and obviously we drank some tequila, because we're there.
Oh, it was so good.
So it's like 20 pesos to $1.
Oh.
So when you get the bill and it says 18,000 pesos, like, oh my God. But it was still, for 5 people, was because it's by the ounce and everything's a la carte. I was like, holy shit, it's $450. I hope you ladies appreciate this. Is a nice meal tonight. I need some good work this year. But it was magnificent.
There was a lot. Dare I say there was a lot at stake?
But the next night, thank goodness, the corporate people came in. So they took us out. And they had a restaurant.
And we would never get typically invited to one of these things, but the fact that we happened to be in Mexico while they happened to be there, this was sick. We were going on like this.
But
place,
they had
the restaurant was a museum about the local food.
And the
you've got
Mayan culture.
Mayan food and like the pit barbecue, like the that has the coals at the bottom, that they have the turkey and the chicken and the beef and everything going overnight.
Yeah, they cook it in the earth.
In the dirt, like,
yeah.
In the earth. They have like charcoals and coals, and it, they use the earth to like, infuse the meat.
And
oh my God,
us, like,
it's so
all the
good.
spices to taste some of the spices and stuff.
Oh my
when
God.
they gave us the tour of the museum. So while you're sitting and waiting, and
that was a great idea. By the way,
it was fantastic.
Restaurants should have something to do while you're sitting and waiting. If you're not feeling like just like dining.
And again, it's on the corporate dime, so we're ordering whatever we want. We're having a good time.
They're ordering me things, and I'm like, and I don't know why I'm such an easy victim of abuse.
Yes.
You're gonna like drinks get ordered to me, and I'm like, what? No, no.
Meanwhile, he drank the whole thing.
Well, because they bought it for me on the corporate dime. I can't be an unappreciative little shit.
I was like, dude, I don't like coffee. This is gross. It was like a coffee liqueur. Bleh. It wasn't for me. Keep giving me those Palmeros, whatever the Palomas. Yeah, keep giving me those Palomas.
Those are good.
The Palomas were good.
Palomas are so good.
They were very nice. But anyway,
I don't order margaritas anymore.
Yucatan, Merida, what a place. I highly recommend to everybody. Magnificent. The shopping's good. The food's great. The people are sweet as anything. Just a really good time. Now, here's what I don't recommend. Don't fly out of Bradley to go there. And don't have a connecting flight on the way home in Miami. Of all the places in all the world that you don't want to have an international flight where you have a switch to go to not go to Miami. It is terrible. Because when you're on an international flight,
don't fly into Miami at all.
Right. It was the second time this summer we flew into Miami because we went.
You should go MIA from the Miami airport.
But so when you fly internationally and you have a change in flights, you have to go through customs all over again and check your bags all over.
It's not just customs, then security too, and it's Miami. This is a very popular airport. So
that might or might not have a drug problem. So there's like lots and lots of security and dogs and people with guns and the lines.
So if you're not already in a stressful situation of having to get off of a plane from, again, a foreign nation, and then have to get onto another flight within, said not foreign nation, at least relative to us, and just all of these things. And yeah, I yet again got hurt in security. The return security. I knocked my knee into the baggage claim, and the woman she made fun of me, and it was kind of funny actually. But I had self-schadenfreude, and kind of that made it a little bit funny, the whole experience. But just.
What are you
What is
talking
happening,
about?
Corey? You just gotta wrap yourself up in bubble wrap and just walk through.
I really should. I really should.
I don't recall any of this, by the way, just so you understand that.
Well,
maybe I just don't care.
I kind of hoped I can do a trip with you guys at some point, because when you
Please.
don't just have good trips, when you have the most phenomenal experience, and not just once, like multiple times on the same trip, or you have these life-shatteringly awful things that happen right in between everything. It just, everything sounds so memorable.
Well, it is. It's fun. So, hey, we love hotels. Obviously, we stay at a lot of hotels. And we if I go with Lisa, I want to stay at a really nice hotel. So this is like 2 weeks ago. I think where we were the first night of this craziness, Corey. I know.
You were at one wedding.
Well, no, beforehand. So we were playing at the on a Friday night in the Boston area. We were in Watertown at the golf country club, pool club. A lot of fun, cool place, really nice. And by the way, for those bands that don't get the cops called on them. You do.
It's been a minute.
It's been a while, but the cops came. We brought the cops to the country club.
And apparently this happens every year. It's kind of to be expected. The cops hate going.
The minute it's 10:01 and the noise ordinance kicks in. The neighbor calls at 10 minutes 1 second, and I think we were playing Nirvana at that moment.
Oh yeah, no,
they let us finish the song.
Well, because the cops didn't want to be there. They almost want to say
she was the female cop. She goes, "Listen, at least we only busted you for being loud, not because you weren't good. We listened to the whole song. We had a great time." I was like, well, that's positive. So Corey stayed in Boston that night because it was his friend Andrew's wedding that Sunday, but Saturday they had the night before party. But I had to drive back home that night from Boston, and this is the week we got home from Mexico too. It's so crazy. So then we were in Mexico all week, drove to Boston. Then I had to drive back to Connecticut. I went to the wedding the next day in New York, drove back home to Connecticut, decided not to go all the way to Boston, but I had gotten 2 nights at the Omni Parker House. Have you guys ever stayed Boston or know the history of the Omni Parker House? Corey, the history of the Omni Parker.
So part of the reason I was crucial to me being at this rehearsal dinner welcome party was that I was to give a history presentation about this hotel. This hotel is one of the.
Glad you missed it.
Now, the reason why they had this event there was unfortunately because of me. I'm the reason. For my birthday
By the way, the wedding was in Quincy. Not in Boston. The hotel is nowhere near.
all of our Boston viewers are going to stone you. Quincy.
Shut up.
They're going to murder you.
I don't care. I'm a Yankee fan. They don't like me anyway. Go ahead.
But so this hotel, everyone from the Queen of England has stayed there. Charles Dickens spent like 3 months in America, and he used it as his home base. You can see the mirror that was in his room and the door that was to his room. But the thing that's probably the most famous there, besides some of the ghost stories, is the association with the Kennedy family. Joe Kennedy Sr. had a room that pretty much he owned. Like, he didn't own the room, but it was his room. Room 1006 is the Joe Kennedy suite. That's where Jack had part of his bachelor party, where he spent his honeymoon night after they were done in Newport. He ran the campaign out of the media room, which was the room that the party was in. The press room, excuse me.
What are the 2 famous foods that come from the Omni Parker House?
It's funny you should ask that. So one of those is the Parker House roll, or the Parker roll, which had a secret recipe until Eleanor Roosevelt asked for it for the White House menu. So it stayed like a secret for over 100 years. And then also the Boston cream pie. So yes. Now, there was also someone at one point after World War I was a pastry chef making both these Boston cream pies and Parker rolls. He was a young traveler from Vietnam who just, was done dealing with French imperialism and wanted to travel the world and see things before he went to destroy the proletariat. His name was Ho Chi Minh. Ho Chi Minh was a pastry chef at the Parker House. Malcolm X also worked there for a summer. This place was radical.
So there is great history at the Parker House, but the next morning I talked to Corey because the beauty of him already checking in is that I don't have to wait until 3 or 4 o'clock to get into my room. I can get in early, right? Because we already have a room. But he mentioned to tell me, he's like, Dad, you're not going to be happy. I'm like, why? The room is like the size of a closet. You're not going to be happy. I'm like, are there 2 queen beds in there? He's like, well, yeah, but that's it. There's like the smallest bathroom. And it's the smallest bathroom in the world. Now, if it was just him,
We're not related or something, right?
Yeah, if it was just me and Corey, it's cool. If it's just me and Lisa, it's cool. But I got to share the room with Corey and Lisa.
Tiny little
This is-
bathroom.
This is
Tiny
not a room
bathroom.
I'm staying in. So I was like, Corey, you go down to the manager there, and you tell them who your father is.
And I'm just like,
And now it sounds like I'm an asshole right now, but there really is a reason.
no,
that I'm
no,
saying
no.
this.
You don't just sound like it. You are, but that's besides the point.
No.
Continue.
The point being is, I pay for this thing called the Founder's Card. It's the
Founder's
black Founder's Card. It's a metal black Founder's Card.
Does it
And
matter what color it is? Jesus Christ, it's 2025.
Well, it's like an American Express black card. The Founder's Card is a similar thing. And what the black card Founder's Card does in many cases, it allows you to go to the highest level of the hotel chains
Available
Yeah.
to your
So
reservation.
in other words, if I go to an Omni, if there is an available suite, they have to give it to me.
They have to give not just a suite, the highest available.
The best suite that's available.
So if you're looking for 2 rooms, they have to give you the best 2-room.
Right. So I said, listen, go down there, tell them who I am, give him my number, put me on speakerphone. And he's like, there's no way. My wife's like, they're not going to do that for you. I'm like, they will. You don't understand. I know the rules at the Omni. We got the manager on the phone. How easy was that to get me my suite, Corey?
It was unreal, and it was crowded. It was busy, and the looks of contempt that I was getting from people I did not know that I'm realizing now I would see later in the evening. Oh,
Because remember, all the other people at the wedding party are in these small shitty rooms because it's a Boston room. And they're like, yes, Mr. Riemann will be upgrading you to the blah, blah, blah suite immediately, sir. Upon you getting there.
I'm white. I am whiter than a polar bear doing coke in a blizzard. It was. But
Were you happy that you got the giant suite?
I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not saying otherwise.
They also
but
they gave me custom chocolates and a note. Magnificent everything. But this is the reason why you know, look, if you stay at 150 to 200 hotels a year, you know what the club benefits are, right? You know the rules. The secret to most games in life is to know the rules. If you know the rules, you can win the game. And that's, I know when we stay at a specific hotel chain or whatever it is, I know what I'm able to get. And we do.
actually,
I always get upgraded. I always get a suite. I'm always upgraded because but I put the time in to learn the rules, and we do stay at a lot of hotels. You should treat me nice.
I will tell you, the following week I pulled off a Craig Riemann. I'm not going to lie to you. I went to the Eras Tour for men particularly between their quarter and midlife crisis.
Chris is looking at you like, what is he talking about?
Is this part of it or something else?
This kid.
Is it raining in the studio? I don't know what's happening.
It might. You never know.
Well, protect the pineapple first of all. If it
Where'd it
is,
go? I know I brought it with me.
Oh my God.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
So the show is now sponsored by Morton Salt. Is that the takeaway?
No, look at his bucket hat. What?
I still don't know what's about to happen.
So yeah,
You dead Mouse's nephew.
so I went to the Eras Tour for men. I went to the Oasis concert in Jersey.
Nice.
Hence the bucket hat and the tambourine. And
I've never seen so much goddamn Adidas in my life. And these are all people that a year ago were totally making fun of Taylor Swift and all the Swifties who went to the concerts and dressed up to the concerts. And then, yes, I watched grown men go buy $150, $250 soccer jerseys that said Oasis coming in bucket hats. And I was part of the problem. I bought this bucket hat.
But what did that have to do with me? You said you pulled a
So-
Craig Raymond.
No,
Because
so
there's
here-
no
so-
way in
oh my
hell I
God!
would have dressed
Oh my
or
God,
looked like
if you
that.
shut up, I will get to it. My God. You've got to roll with it. You've got to change your act. You've got to say what you say. God damn.
Really living the Liam Gallagher here.
Absolutely. Fucking shite. Now we're staying at a Holiday Inn that's very close to the venue, close to Giant Stadium, MetLife, whatever the hell it's called now. And you know, this line is ridiculous. The bathroom was gross in the hotel, in like the lobby, and they made us literally wait until 3:00. Now, did they not realize that there was a freaking gigantic concert? And the line, and I get in there at like 2:50, and there's already like 7 or 8 people in front of me in this line. I had tried to check in earlier, but I had my IHG rewards. I guess there's a note on my account that I'm always very nice to IHG people. Like that, like literally on my, because I try not to be a dickhead when I stay at hotels. I really try to like respect, staff and people who do those things, because like I stay in enough hotels to know that it's a fucking bullshit job, and it kills you from the inside, and I don't want to be like that. So the second I get to the desk, I was thanked for being a Platinum Elite member. I got the room upgraded from, to a slightly larger room, which was great because there were 4 people staying in this room for the reservation for 2. That was great. We just needed a few extra towels in the morning, but, I pulled,
Well, at least we know you showered. That's a good thing.
Yeah. But I was like looking, disappointed, but I was thanked, and, that I was a Platinum Elite member, and, it made it happen.
What did it have to? How did they know that you're a nice person? They said, "Oh, it's Corey Reeman."
I remember from the when we stayed at the Kimpton, my favorite hotel in Boston.
The Kimptons. That's a different class of hotel.
No, but still, you they put notes on your account. It's your IHG account.
Oh, mine says upgrade him to a suite. Otherwise,
yours probably
pissy nightmare.
yours probably says pain in the ass. Oh my God, we need to don't let this erupt.
But no,
I think Craig has the Corleone flag on his account. Just whatever he asks for, make sure it gets done.
I feel that if you stay in a lot of places, and look, when I stay at a nice place, I tell, we're on the air, right? And we see what a beautiful hotel it is. And the one that Corey mentioned, the Kimpton in Boston, it's actually Cambridge, one of the best hotels in the country by far. It's attached to the mall. You're right by the water. You can walk straight out, all by Cambridge and Harvard over there. It's a gorgeous area. You can take a tour on the boat rides over there.
It's great.
I highly recommend it. And some of the nicest staff, absolutely the nicest staff in Boston.
I freaking love the Kimpton.
Yeah. And I also love the Intercontinental on the Seaport, which is also an IHG hotel. And then if you have to stay by the Garden, stay at the Indigo. Yes, I'm giving like IHG plugs there because it really is a good chain. The reservation system sucks, but these
worth it.
The hotel is good.
Worth it.
Yeah. No, the other thing, so more hotel, it's just because we live in these hotels, and this, Dave, is so at the end of the show, Chris, you're at the end of a show and you played, it's like midnight, you get back to the hotel, and there's like absolutely nothing to do in Rumsford Falls, Maine. Okay, there's a gas station across the street. Circle K. So you can get liquor at Circle K, but
you can get liquor, you can get beer at Circle K.
Yes.
The chicken tendies from Circle K, which by the way, I've determined that the best gig food, like if there's like a go-to, like, you know what, you can't go wrong with chicken tendies.
Okay. So, well, that's Jack and Corey. I will not eat that crap. But in any case,
a man with no class, sophistication.
I have class. You guys have a lot of class, but just all low. But that's besides the point. Anyway, Corey, Jack, Michael, Amanda, we're all hanging out downstairs. It's probably close to midnight. Again, it's Rumsford Falls. Have you ever seen a guy walk into a place for a job interview or to get a job at midnight? Like, it was midnight, and this dude walks in there. Midnight. He's like, "Hey, do you have any applications?" to the girl at the front desk.
I was already in bed by this point.
Well, you were sleeping anyway. You
Or
were
was
like,
I?
he was on the couch. We were all
I
like
did a
hanging out.
lot.
Well, think about this though. Okay, it's midnight. You want that third shift job. You want them to know that you're ready for the third shift job. You apply at midnight.
There is some
You
logic to that.
You gave the answer I gave.
And
You know?
had I not been there and seen this man and realized that he was trying to get involved in our conversation and realized that he was on a substantial amount of heroin, I would have agreed with you that it was a smart business move. And eventually he was just so creepy that Michael and Amanda were like, "Yeah, I think we're gonna go upstairs." Corey had already gone up because he was falling asleep, and we're like, "Get the hell out of here and go upstairs." But Jack got the munchies at 3 a.m. So Jack goes back outside because it's Rumsford Falls and you could go to the Circle K because it's open. And who does he run into but the guy? Probably asking now for a job at Circle M at 3 a.m.
Yeah. Circle M is the diner in Wantagh.
So he the guy starts talking to Jack because he remembers him from before. And, you know, of course, he asks him for money, says if he wants to do some drugs, you know, the typical at 3 a.m. What are you going to do? Poor Jack's like,
No.
yeah, no, good meeting you, man. And like, I'm going to go back to the hotel. But then poor Jack, the girl who is the late night hotel manager, she starts telling Jack the life story of her life. She was kidnapped multiple times. It was horrible.
This and that, and I get fault.
I'm like, Jack, there is a lesson to be learned. Don't go downstairs at 3 a.m. in the middle of podunk nowhere. Okay. Just don't. Lock the room. Don't leave. It's just not good.
We were actually genuinely in like deep Stephen King country.
Yeah, the real.
This is like this is where where that kind of shit happens.
By the way, that place we ate in New Hampshire, that is where
it was on the road.
The road. That's the road.
Yes, that was on the road from Pet Cemetery. Yes.
that is
like
the road
the scene
that was
from
used.
the book was from. Yes.
But but I will say this, and again, I'm going to give a class on Best Westerns. Never ever stay at a regular Best Western. If it doesn't say Plus or Premier, do not go. Poor Jimmy Galvin, you know, he's one of our drummers.
You're not being very HIPAA about this.
I'm sorry. Anyway, we stayed in Utica because we played. What was the college that we played at?
Oh Jesus!
That's not the name of the college. I forget the college. It's outside of Utica. Very nice college. And but that night we stayed, and it was not a good hotel. It was one of the worst ones I picked. But you're in Utica. Where the hell else are you going to stay?
You can't spell Utica without UTI.
So, I don't even.
Weird that I was thinking that before you said it.
I'm sorry for both of you. But
I feel better about my sense of humor.
Or
Jimmy calls us the next day. He's like, "Dude, I have pink eye from the pillows." That's real. So my daughter's like, "Dad, why would you ever stay at a Best Western that doesn't say plus in front of it?" And I'm like, "Alicia, you're right. I thought it was a plus. I made a mistake. I am so sorry. This is bad."
I love that you're like apologizing to, because I listened to this. You like apologized to her, and she had nothing to do with it.
But she was right.
You should apologize to poor you know, insert band member, because I'm here for people's HIPAA rights. Damn it.
Well, anyway, but so in Rumsford Falls, so we did stay at Best Western Plus, and it was a beautiful hotel. The pool was gorgeous. The breakfast was good. The rooms were magnificent. The suite that they did upgrade us to was magnificent. So It was a really nice hotel. So if you have to stay there, just don't go out at 3 a.m. in the morning to the Circle K. Because the guy, he told Jack he was homeless. His wife threw him out, but he sleeps on the porch many nights of his old home.
So it's home adjacent.
Yeah, it's home adjacent.
Yeah.
Rubs for Falls, man. It's good times.
Sounds like it.
So actually, Chris, I have a question. We do you know anything about Reverend guitars?
A little bit. I'm not an expert on them, but they're nice.
What do you think about them in general?
Dig them. Specifically a question, because I've had my hands on several of their guitars and basses. Really like several of the basses that I've played of theirs.
Okay, that's so. It's funny that you mentioned that, because we have a specific. We've tried to do business with Reverend right now. We're in. We actually placed an order with them, but they have not gotten back to us on the order. And one was for one of the basses in the what the heck is it? Root beer something color. It's a short neck bass that Graz wants. So we have an order in with them, but it's not been approved yet. And they make their guitars in America, and they custom, like, if they find crazy things, they'll make anything. It's kind of a quirky, fun company, I think.
Yeah.
And I noticed that you guys carry them now, and I saw Sweetwater carries them. So I guess they're trying to move to the bigger guys and get rid of and not deal with people like me. But I think they're in the kind of, where do we go with this? I just wanted to know if they moved at all at Guitar Center. Do people?
As far as, like, a local shop, Guitar Center, big company, whatever. As far as I'm concerned, Manchester, Connecticut, that's my joint. I'm a local. We get them used. They generally move very quickly.
Okay.
So when we have them, they're gone a couple of weeks at the longest.
It's a neat company. They have great colors, and their pickup arrangements are really neat. And, it just seems like a cool brand. And they give a lot of artists their own special guitar. They're better, I think, than most other companies with that.
Yep.
So, yeah, we had an interest, in possibly dealing with them, but their customer service and return phone calls are not the best. But they're very tiny too. That's the problem. And I'm wondering if, because they did go to the big boys, that they are starting to ignore the small boys.
That's all way above my pay grade.
Well, I gotcha. But it's still good for you guys. You make a call. I bet they return your phone call immediately.
I don't know that. That's not necessarily true.
I would if I were them. But in any case, so we're looking at those guys to do some stuff, because we're always looking for, like, niche, kind of cool, goofy, just different stuff. But the bass, yes, we're very interested in their basses. Yes. And I already have a sale. If they actually would give me the damn product and get back to me, we would have one. So, Dave, what did you do on the hiatus?
You looked busy.
Yeah, it looked like you were doing stuff every week, man.
Here and there. It's a little slow, and I'm dealing with some creative stuff, but I'll figure it out. Also, my job got terminated, so that's fun.
Oh,
you had mentioned to me that you were possibly looking to do something.
That was just a coincidence. So I guess there's no
really
either party. Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that part of it. I thought I knew you were looking, so you had no idea that it was going to end
Not
like
this
that.
way or this quickly, but it was me and approximately 3,000 other people from the company. So
You're not
Um,
special.
I didn't think I was.
Is
I'm
there
so
is,
sorry.
is the
so
severance
sorry.
okay, at least temporarily?
Yeah, I should be good for a bit. And even prior to this, a former coworker has helped me get an interview lined up. It was supposed to be today virtually, but it got postponed to Thursday. So following through on that, but don't know what the next few months hold. So it'll be interesting.
If you want to send me your resume, we could post it up on the screen. Tell people to take a quick screenshot, quick photo on their on the camera. Get that
I
thing
don't
out
think
there.
this is the
No,
appropriate.
that's
It was a
the
joke.
best
Jesus
place
Christ.
I
getting some offers.
yeah. But
By the way, has anyone seen when Stephen A. Smith's daughter is on his podcast?
I don't listen.
I
to
have.
Okay.
You have made me aware of the Stephen A. Smith daughter,
No,
and she is
Okay,
freaking hilarious.
she's ruthless. The only human that can make her father shut up. Like,
She humbles her dad.
very much
Stephen A.
so.
Smith. Chris, you know who Stephen A. Smith is, right? Sports announcer. That's a no then. Stephen A. Smith's a very well-known, outspoken sportscaster who might be running for president. He lets his opinions be known, and analyzes things. And to be honest, he's kind of fair most of the time. But he brings his daughter on the show sometimes. And like many daughters, she's embarrassed by her father, picks on anything he does, his looks, his clothing, his choices of anything in the world. His daughter is just ruthless to him. It's hysterically funny. Are you trying to pull up a thing of Stephen A?
Yeah, no, like, because it's freaking hysterical.
Yeah, because me explaining it does not do it justice, because it is.
Oh my God! Wait.
She's just so good at destroying her father. And if you know Stephen A. Smith, he's one of those announcers who everything he says is right, kind of whether it is or isn't. And he's just brash and opinionated. And lately you could tell that he wants to go outside of the sports world, kind of get into the political world as well. So he's been making some moves, doing the Bill Maher show. He's a Democrat who's destroying the Democrats, kind of saying, like, you guys are going to continue to lose if you don't change your ways. And, he's kind of on like the Bill Maher track at this point. Right. He's a big fan of like John Fetterman, say what you do the best for the country kind of thing, not just party.
My dad falls
here
asleep during
you go.
every movie he watches. Everyone. Y'all thought I missed one? Everyone. Y'all thought I missed one? Every single one. It's like clockwork. He doesn't stay up. I mean, he stayed up during like maybe like the Bad Boys movies, maybe during like Creed. Like he can do an action-packed like Fast and the Furious. But if you hit him, Mission Impossible. But if we hit him with like La La Land, he's out. Like he's gone. He's a goner. Okay.
Why don't you tell the world what you told me about Sinners with Michael B. Jordan? Why don't you tell them what you got from the movie? Let them hear your movie expertise. What was special about the movie to you? Tell them.
Thank you so much, Stephen. This leads right into our next question, actually. Who is the better actor or actress? I'd say me.
Easily you.
Easy.
I'm no actor.
All right, if you don't
Home
show
court
a
advantage,
picture
okay?
of them, it's also
Home
not
court
that
advantage
funny.
is a real thing. Now, obviously, y'all are gonna be like, "Oh, Samantha, like, duh." But no, for real. I really think that is gonna carry Oklahoma City to the championship, to the chip.
Why'd you say for real twice? Like for real? How come once isn't good enough?
Cause it's like for real, but not like for real. I just want to say, you guys, it's such a blessing to be here on this beautiful afternoon. I'm just really, really grateful to be here. Where were we this morning, Dad? Tell them.
We were at Fanatics Fest.
We were at Fanatics Fest. Yes, we were. And we had a great time, didn't we, Dad?
Yes, we did.
There was a man dressed up as my dad, and he had on like a bald cap, and his forehead started back here. Also, all the haters that were in the comments saying that I have my dad's forehead. Come here. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I have to work now.
Bye, you guys. Thank you so much for having me. I love you all. Please, home court advantage, okay? I remember I used to have the biggest.
All right, your laughter is just.
No, you got to just look these up because like you can find like whole compilations.
Okay, so here's your problem. Chris doesn't know who Stephen A is, so it's not as funny.
You don't
for
even
him.
need to. You don't even need to.
I wasn't sure either, but the video did help. When it was just audio, it almost sounded like "Cash Me Outside." How about that? But then I
I
could hear
think it sounded like Corey and I. Actually, it's more like Alicia and I.
Well,
Because
because
like Alicia will do that, like to me.
Well, because
like,
I was gonna be like, I could do it right now and be like, why you look like a tomato?
what?
The sun wasn't even out this weekend. Why do you look like a tomato on the screen?
Because I have healthy skin, unlike you. Pasty boy.
I would
listen.
rather pasty than you know. I understand we were in Maine, but what's with the lobster?
I have a tan 24/7. It always is. It's just
It's the devil's
What's his
tan.
name? David Hamilton. What was it? What's the George Hamilton? Right? Was it George Hamilton? Always had the tan.
Yeah, that's a deep cut.
Hey, I'm old.
I mean, I just don't hear that name very often. It's all.
Well, the last movie I remember him in was Godfather 3. Okay, and he,
He's still kicking, I believe.
no, he's alive. He is. Takes very good care of himself. He stays in suites also.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
What?
I didn't even notice all of these comments.
Oh, what do we got?
I can't answer because I have to log into something. I don't know what
I
Pete
haven't
was
seen
on. I don't know
anything.
if he still is.
Yeah. Apparently. Oh my god.
Well, this is probably when you put on that outfit with the hat and the glasses that made you look
Yeah.
like the security guard at Chuck E. Cheese. You were distracted by that.
Oh, that's just because Peter started commenting. It's all Pete.
A good amount of it is, yes.
Oh wow. Sorry. Hi, Pete. Hello.
Yeah, I didn't see it until you just started doing it. He wants to know if Chris speaks. He wanted to hear more of Chris.
Hey,
There you go. See, Chris speaks.
what the hell is with the red flashing going on here?
I was like wondering. I'm like, do we have like carbon monoxide poisoning? Am I seeing things?
Yeah. What
This isn't happening
did
here.
you do? Are the cops looking for you? I mean, what's happening?
No, weird. Like, I'm watching this.
The podcast is doing that?
Well,
What the fuck?
All right, you're doing that, Corey.
I didn't mean to do that. I didn't realize that was gonna happen.
so there I am talking. I guess when I move or something, I don't know. There it is again.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is a video effect?
Yeah, did you put like some kind of filter on there that I don't know.
What?
Well,
Woo!
I am kind of like in a dark place. There actually isn't much light behind me. Maybe over there, there's a light that way, I guess.
I too am in a dark place.
I'm in my kitchen.
I'm in my daughter's old room, one of the guest rooms at this point. Because
I was talking
I've
mentally.
been banned from going in my office because evidently the internet is not as good in the office when we do this show.
Well, the internet tonight has just sucked in general from our whole front. Apparently, you and I have been crackling the entire time.
Oh, have we?
It's a little better now than it was at the beginning, and I didn't know if it was just me because I was having some internet trouble earlier.
I'm just having.
Peter
red
says
lights
Dave, you look
flashing
scared.
apparently. I need to go to my wife and say, "Honey, is there red lights flashing in here? I can't see."
Surrender immediately. Surrender and everything will be okay.
That's where you went with red light? I thought Christopher had a great night planned ahead after
You
this.
don't have to put on the red light.
I was practicing my Spanish earlier, so if they were going to come and get me, that would have been earlier. Yeah, I said that. There's the light again. The hell's going on here?
Ice is behind you.
Seasons don't fear the reaper.
More cowbell.
I
just put my milk away.
Was it the cowbell of politics?
Looks like no porkers.
Well, no porking on the show either. I don't think we have the permits for that.
Well, the red light is as racy as you're going to get, I think.
Hey, Corey, you know what you should talk about?
What?
What are you going to do in November? What's coming up?
So, oh my God, what a wonderful! I'm so glad you happened to bring that up because we haven't actually officially announced it yet, and what a time and place to do so. Oh man! So I somehow, by the grace of God, have managed to make it to 30 years.
Almost.
I'll be
Not
turning
yet.
Well, yeah, not yet. So we've got a chance here for me to prove all the doctors right. But with this in mind, if I am to make it to my 30th birthday, which God willing I do,
Unless you continue to piss me off on a regular basis, but go ahead.
Oh, but even that, is that really worth your time?
No,
Is it worth your
actually.
time? Like the jail time you would do for murdering me? Like,
All right, go ahead. Can you please just?
no. So we are going to be doing I'm going to be having a big birthday show at the Talcott Mountain Collective on November 8th, and I'm going to do a big can/food drive. With that as well, we're going to do a mini Harry Chapin set. I am so very, very, very excited for this show. We're going to have special guests throughout the evening. Chris, come special guest with us, please. It'd be great.
You could be a special guest.
You
know what? Many of those who've played with us will be popping in, and we realized something last night. This year, other than there it is. Other than Bike and Beer, we have only played in Connecticut 3 times.
Huh.
And even with Bike and Beer, we've only played 5 times in Connecticut.
Thank you.
There you go. Yeah, we've been all over the country, but we do not play in Connecticut. And in the Farmington Valley, we've only played 1 time this entire year, which was in Collinsville. So for everybody in the area who wants to know, when will the Dilemma actually play in the area? The birthday show is where it's at. And it's funny. I was talking to Mike Bondra about it. Who would have thought a decade ago that we'd play everywhere but our own state, and that we'd get to the level that we've gotten to of recent times. We were talking to one of the wedding couples who's this weekend's wedding, and Corey mentioned, he goes, we used to only do 3 weddings a year. We're not really a wedding band. We're a party band. So if you don't want a regular wedding band and you want just like a concert, we're a great band to pick. But what the hell did he just do?
Yeah, there's a connection issue.
Or
he's going to make a flashy new entrance when he comes back.
Yeah, right? What are you doing?
I have no idea what happened.
I think this room is haunted.
But
I brought it back from the Parker house. Maybe it was the.
Oh my God! Your mother's gonna kill you.
It wasn't bad.
You're still here this time. All right, stop. Can I? Oh my God!
You're trying to call dead ducks? Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Wait, you mean?
Oh, that's living ones.
I brought that back from Alaska. On the duck tour. We were on the duck tour on schedule. I lost my train of thought because of this moron that's up in the left-hand corner.
Collinsville, I think.
On a duck tour? I want to hear more about this duck tour.
Oh, you've never been on a duck tour?
No, come on. I'm wicked into birds.
So
one of the best places to take a duck tour is in Boston. Speaking of wicked
That's true.
things,
Not a duck boat tour thing.
Yeah,
that is exactly.
Oh, you want to do an actual? You want to do an actual tour of like actual ducks?
Well, but here's the deal: the duck tour, the duck tour that I took you into the waters in Alaska. But what you saw was a lot of bald eagles, probably the most bald eagles I've ever seen in my life.
Well, that's cool.
There were hundreds of bald eagles.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yes, it is. It's blinking feverishly at this point. But yeah, so if you want to go on the duck tour in Saskatchewan, Skagin, whatever the hell it is,
Skagway. I wasn't even there. Skagway?
Sure, yeah, but
Skagway.
duck.
I like Peking duck.
Yeah,
I like Donald Duck, Daffy Duck. Aqueduct. Yes, it's a good racetrack in Queens.
And in case you're wondering about other involved duck tours,
what are you staring at? Why are you now mesmerized by the red light that you can't speak anymore, Corey?
Gonna look up duck tours.
No, because I whenever I download things, I can't find it. I hate this computer sometimes. Ugh.
No, it hates you.
I think it does.
It does technology. Maybe that's from your mother.
I think that is where I get it from.
Technology hates her, and maybe she gave you that from her genetic pool.
I think she did.
Hates you.
Oh, there it is.
By the way, you know what? My daughter moved to a much nicer apartment. I'm so happy now.
That's good. What is
the Mighty Ducks?
That's the duck. All the away dates. You've got duck tours.
The hockey team?
Yeah.
How is this relevant?
I mean,
it's
when the Ducks are on an away game, one could say it's a tour. It's a duck tour.
Please.
Long way to go for this.
You know, it's sad. He's not even drinking tonight. I had to be with him all weekend. I had no retrieval. I had to sleep in the same room as him. I was with him the entire time. I didn't have Lisa to like buffer zone and just say, don't kill him. Jack was the only person basically keeping you alive most of the weekend. Saint Jack. Oh my God. But I know what I was talking. The weddings. So, you know, we never do a lot of weddings because we're really not a quote wedding band.
Nope.
You know, we're a band. If you want a concert at your wedding, then we're an excellent band to hire. So this weekend, we booked 3 weddings this weekend. Between the Bash, Gig Salad, and the Bark, we booked 3 weddings. And over the next 3 weeks in a row, we are going to weddings. We are not going to weddings. We are the wedding band for 3 weeks in a row. So I don't know if the way weddings are being done are changing, or that just it happens to be the new thing to do a party versus having the traditional wedding band. But things are changing because the year before, we were doing the day before weddings. Like a lot of people were doing a DJ at the wedding, but they were having a party the night before. And we were like a great band for the we were the party before band. But they've gone a whole other step. Screw the DJ. We now want you guys to be, and the party last Saturday, they were the coolest. They said, and this is the second time that a wedding party's done this with us. They're like, we're not going to tell you what songs to play. You guys play whatever you want because we hired you because you're a great band and we just want to hear what you play well. Why would we tell you what to learn? And I looked at them.
Dance?
No chicken dance.
You
No.
actually pull that off. Like
We
Corey,
probably
yeah,
could.
yeah.
I mean, my father-in-law. Oh my God, that
Just
just
the
brings up.
best. I loved him.
My father-in-law. And you might have even met him once. It's right. My father-in-law didn't speak. He barely spoke. He was a very solemn man. And when he did speak, it was a very few words. He was just not he didn't look happy often. he liked to be left alone, except at a damn wedding. One time, actually a few times,
Wasn't
as
it
he
on
was
a
drinking.
cruise?
As he was drinking, no, it was at a wedding and on a cruise and at a party. The man would drink enough and they would play the damn chicken dance. And this man who barely speaks, who is an accountant, would all of a sudden be doing the damn chicken dance. It was the most absurd thing you've ever seen. Vincent Marr, the quietest, most solemn accountant you will ever meet, is doing the effing chicken dance. Not once, not twice. I saw the man 3 times do this. And I didn't know if it was just like some kind of Twilight Zone episode. I think it was recurring. And the great thrill of your life is to carry your father-in-law over his shoulder and dump him on a hotel room bed because he's so stoned out of his mind from drinking and doing the chicken dance. The man, he's just was so on him. But yes, that's whenever I hear the chicken dance, I just think of my father-in-law. That was hysterical. At a wedding. And by the way, this is before GPS, so I had no idea how to get home. I was depending on this man to get me from this certain place in Pennsylvania, and he was so wasted. But anyway, the chicken dance.
By the way, I meant to bring this up at the beginning of the show. I guess ourselves and Howard Stern, we both decided we're not done.
Was there a threat?
There was a threat of that we were going to lose Howard. That would have been very upsetting. I would have been very upset about this, but that's okay. He is back. He is not leaving Sirius. No one's getting fired. The rumors aren't true, and with that too, Dilem-Monday.
He was never getting fired. First of all, his contract is up. And Sirius is not serious about giving him another $100 million a year. And they're not going to. So he's either going to have to eat a lot of crow and take a lot less money, which again, even if they cut his salary by 4,
he's going to be fine.
He'll make $25 million a year. Oh, my heart bleeds for the man. He's only making $25 million.
By the way, Howard.
The other night, we could have come across he and many others. We were playing at the Montauk Yacht Club in Montauk, Long Island.
Island Yacht Club.
Yeah, right across the water, Gwen Stefani was playing. And in a small club, it was a serious event, and Howard was there. So was Michael J. Fox.
No, that was the night before for Metallica.
Okay, right. But yeah, Gwen was there, and it was funny because those guys were cheering when they heard our stuff at the end of like songs. They were like cheering from across the water, and so it was kind of neat. But that was actually a really fun night. And the traffic wasn't bad. This is the first time I've ever been to Montauk with no terrible traffic.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Yeah, we took the ferry there from Port Jeff. And it doesn't even make sense that the Port Jeff ferry is quicker to get to Montauk than taking the Orient Point ferry from New London.
Also has really good tendies.
Yes, Corey and Jack with the tendies. It's
ferry tendies are supreme.
But it was a good time. By the way, Corey, it's 9:30.
It is 9:30. Oh my God, we have someone. Oh my God. Chris, what do you have coming up? What do you got? What do you got going on?
I don't know, but I think I figured out the red light thing. You see that right there, that reflection?
Yeah.
That's like, if I do this, then the red light. But if I go over here,
Oh man,
It becomes the red light district when you go to the other side.
The red light.
It's
Like, what the hell is? I
What?
figured it out though. I love you guys.
bizarre.
But we definitely, Chris, we owe you a gig, and we know that. We do, and I apologize that we
fault.
do. I know, and we messed up, and we will get you a gig. We want you back, and it will happen on the dates here. Corey and I have to do a better job.
Oh my god,
of
we got inundated this year.
Yeah, we've got to put a spreadsheet where we put everybody's name on there, because I'm getting old and I'm forgetting what the hell I said and where I said it. And Corey doesn't help me very often.
Concerning.
No, Corey does not help me. I'll talk to him 3 seconds later. I'll be like, "Oh, is that what you're talking about?" And I'm like, "We just had a whole conversation. We talked about this gig. We went over everything." And you're like, oh yeah. And then I realized that he has no idea, and he didn't listen to one word I said the entire
Well, also
time.
sometimes you interchange words and phrases and the names of things for other things. So I think you're talking about one thing and you're not talking about anything even mildly similar. You also do where you guess what letter something starts with, and it has nothing. You're entirely wrong on what, like, be like, oh, it's, that brand with the M, it starts with an M, right? And it's like Black Cat M. Yeah.
Like, my aunt.
Actually, you remember today we had the same exact account with the exact same name with the exact same amount of quantity at almost the same exact price.
Two different states that have a Bolton.
And they both
had same number of pages, same number of copies coming out to the same price. By chance.
And one of their advisors has the same first name of each one. It was
Madness.
Twilight Zone. Yes. So, but it was an odd thing today. But anyway, all right, Chris, we will look, we will discuss, we will get something going on here. I owe you one, definitely. Dave, what do you got going on?
Tomorrow I got to go back to Lowe's to return a box of light bulbs because one of them was broken. I'll be at Elbow Room in West Hartford on Saturday. That's really all worth mentioning at the moment. I have other stuff down the road, but it's kind of far out.
That sucks that we're not going to be home on Saturday. That's like so close to the house.
It always happens that way.
I know.
I'm bummed I can't go to the concert because you picked the one weekend I'm going to be away.
I know.
For Corey's thing.
I wanted you to MC it too.
I would have loved to, but
I know. Oh.
I didn't do much traveling this year, and you picked the one weekend I'm going to be outside the US.
Yeah. No,
But
I'm
I'll celebrate with you in some other capacity when I'm
sir.
Yes.
I'll do.
Corey, what are you doing this week? Actually, we don't need to plug it. It's a wedding.
Well, yeah, I'm playing a wedding. Also, why did I go with Bad Company by Bad Company? Because it's one of the few albums that has one of my favorite weird things about it. It's the name of the album. It's the name of the title track. It's the name of the band. Bad Company by Bad Company, featuring the song Bad Company.
Okay, thank you for that.
They're getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year, finally. Them and Warren Zevon. We love to see it. But yeah, if you want to find out
who's our next person that we're bringing into the Hall of Fame, who are we going for?
Like, I want to say War.
I think we need to campaign for War.
I think that'd be great. I want to see our brothers of the Great White North. I want to see the Tragically Hip in the Hall of Fame.
No, I don't.
I think you're lame.
No, they are not a Hall of Fame band. They're the Canadian Hall of Fame band, but they are not a Hall of Fame band. There is no way that you're going to get the Tragically Hip.
I want to get them nominated. I don't even care about I want to get them nominated.
No one cares if you're outside of Canada. Nobody cares. No one knows. It's one thing.
So good.
War War is a weird band because you know all their songs, but you don't know the name of the damn group because they kind of split up and they, didn't talk to one another for a long time. But if you start singing any of their songs, they're like, oh my God, I love that song. And then you have to explain to them that's War. That's Lee Oscar. You have to like kind of give it to him, which is it's so strange. Spill the Wine is yes. Can we? And you start giving these songs, and you're like, wow,
That took longer than I was.
they have like 6 or 7 number one. Yes. So, but the Tragically Hip, nobody.
They're great.
No, they have no hit songs. Zero.
Listen,
none.
if Mana was able to get nominated this year,
Who?
exactly.
I remember you talking about him with Lee. About them with Lee, rather.
Yes.
Listen.
But yeah.
Let's start campaigning for war. That just sounded wrong.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I just realized what I said. All right, maybe that's why they don't get in. It would be a terrible thing to campaign for war.
I guess if I was going to plug anything at this point, 30th birthday show, gonna be a can drive. I want to help our friends and our neighbors that need a little help. I think it's gonna be an awesome thing. I'm gonna get more details on that as it comes out.
Are we playing in Bloomfield also?
Yeah, TJ
It'll be our first
Burrito.
bar gig of the year.
Yeah, I think that's happening. TJ Burritos. I'm also going to be at Little Red Barn Brewing Company. Go to the Dilem-Monday.com for my full schedule. But yeah, this is the big boy coming up. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
But even
with
more importantly, he's turning 30, but Lisa and I are turning 120 combined.
Right?
This is true. I am September 16th, 60, and Lisa September 28th is 60. So
well,
120
actually
beats
65
30.
in this case, but
Add him, you're 150.
I know that's a lot. Holy crap.
And then the other ones, come on.
I'm in the hospice of my youth.
The hospice of your youth. What the hell does that even mean anymore?
I'm just trying to go out. I'm just trying to go out of it comfortably.
Okay. By the way, Chris, if you want to go to NAMM, let us know this year too, because as you know, we have 10 tickets.
Ooh.
Dave
It's
Sheehan,
in
if you want to go
January.
to NAMM.
Yeah, both of you want to go. We have 10 tickets.
We can
When-
go to Disneyland. It'll be sick.
When is NAMM?
January.
January
End of January.
20th to like the 24th. It starts the Wednesday of that week and ends that Saturday. So it's like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I think that the full thing is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I know we're coming a little earlier this year, even though I just said I'd rather not leave out of Bradley anymore. We are, thank God, not taking American Airlines. We are taking United Airlines,
Oh, God,
which is
no.
probably worse. But we're flying into Orange County instead of LAX because Orange County is much closer. And LAX is just usually a lot cheaper. But this time, actually, it was cheaper to fly there. So we're coming in on the 20th, and I think we're leaving that Sunday night. So,
Can I say,
but
ask me again later in the year, just with the news I recently shared. The next few months.
yes,
are kind of
yes,
unpredictable.
that would
I'm
probably be a little
interested,
crazy.
but I can't really commit to anything right now because of that.
Understood. Absolutely. But Chris, think about it.
Yeah.
It's cool. NAMM is freaking amazing. You will appreciate it more than probably me at this point, much more. It was so weird last year. Instead of going ooh and ah, I was actually taking business meetings. It was like so surreally funny.
Weird. Like, I actually have like responsibilities here.
Yeah, no, it was we were wheeling and dealing and making just it was a blast. And now we have a showroom. Well, almost have a showroom.
now we have a giant overglorified shed.
Yes, showroom.
I wasn't gonna say it on air. This is being documented. So
All right. Well, it's still a showroom.
You do you, boo.
It's under 200 square feet. It is a
That's
shed.
the most
that is
important
finished.
detail.
You should have hired a crew to record it.
We should have.
That would have been sick, but
This
also
could be a TLC
incriminating.
series.
All right, it is now 9:40.
All right.
I have
all
not
right.
seen my wife, who I do like. I would
All
like
right,
to see her.
Yes, with that in mind, donate to your local food banks. And in the words of Warren Zevon, enjoy every sandwich. I love all of you people. We're back, baby.